Happy Friday! Welcome back to the Friday Five. This is episode 30. Let's go ahead and party. We'll take all the small milestones we can celebrate. Why not? It's Friday. And for those that are new to the show, I'm your host, Cameron Ripley. In the Friday Five, we have a digital marketing for nonprofits Facebook group that you can join if you haven't already. And nonprofit leaders from around the world submit their biggest digital marketing challenge. Once a week, we take 5 minutes. We answer as many of those challenges as we can, hopefully provide some advice that accelerates your learning and growth through those challenges. And at the end of the day, many of us are dealing with very similar challenges when it comes to marketing and growing our nonprofit. So we hope this show is of value. So without further ado, as always, let's go ahead and hit the 5-minute timer, and we're going to dive in. First biggest digital marketing challenge is from Aisha from the PRAXIS project, a social media manager, marketing out there. Biggest challenge is engagement with content, shareability of content, navigating content creation for different targeted audiences. Definitely feel this challenge. Sounds like even just in how you phrase that, you're thinking about your different audiences, which is great. But what it often comes down to in 2019 and 2020 is unfortunately making more content, finding what works, trying new things. Typically, if we can launch more and have it be less polished, that can be good. Documenting the journey, which can make that easier. At times, if we can empower staff to also curate content, that can be really advantageous in a way we can scale good content that is, in the field or in the programs that can be of value too. And it often just comes down to, in investing into what we can to make quality content. I'm always, even for our own content here at Community Boost, what can we do to get more engagement? And it just comes down to consistency and quality. And how consistent are we? Can we be more consistent? And how good is it? Is it good enough? Talk to our persona. Like, what else do you want to see? And that can be really advantageous too. Excellent. Next biggest digital marketing challenge here is from Jairen from the Connected Hearts Ministry. Biggest challenge is knowing the best content to display on an ad. So when it comes to the most creative ad platform right now is arguably Facebook and Instagram ads, Facebook ad platform. When it comes to what content there for us, video creative is working really well for most of our nonprofits. If possible, I would definitely try and find ways to get that done. Imagery is key. It's king, it's key. It's why ads work or don't work often. The copy is important, but imagery is huge. And you just got to test a ton. Whether it's static ads, carousel ads are working really well for us, typically for most accounts. And you just got to keep testing, see what creative really resonates with your audience, then triple down on it and just do more of it. But that would be some of my advice there. Definitely explore video. And on video, it doesn't all have to be very hyper professionally polished. It can almost, like if you're running an Instagram story ad, you want that video creative to feel like an Instagram story ad and not a commercial, or else people skip it, right? So think about that. Make it feel like it's on social. Okay, next is from Lindsay, Marketing Director at Walk With Me Community Improvement Center. Biggest challenge is making a large impact using free tools. Facebook without paid ads, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, a lot of the social channels. And definitely hear where you're coming from on this. Budget can definitely be an issue when it comes to, digital ads. But unfortunately, you're not going to want to hear it, but it's just true. The social world is becoming more pay to play. And especially when users demand better content, when we're really putting so much work into that, the smallest ad budgets can help things go so much farther. So I do suggest trying to secure some budget to test. And if you're going to test it all, test at year end, because you can get the ROI to hopefully get a 2020 budget. But nonetheless, content is king when it comes to getting traction. Great content will get traction. So encourage social sharing. If you can curate an advocate network or a Facebook group of people that rally around your content, that can be huge too and go a long way. But yeah, I mean, you just got to put it out, but you're doing all the work. So, I mean, a small budget can really, really help you. Even if it's one donor that, makes $250 per month gift and it all goes to trying to amplify the message of the org, you got to get creative. Last challenge here from Chantel from the Connections Works. Biggest digital marketing challenge is strategy to raise contributions from corporate donors. So looking through this through a digital lens, I would definitely encourage you to try and connect on social, and ideally your development team or your partnership team, whoever is running point on that, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. And then from there, it's just building a relationship. You can't just go for the hard sell all the time. But custom messaging outreach, really you're just trying to get meetings, I'm assuming. But I would even test like things, you might have to do a lot of them, right? Like you might have to shoot on your computer, your phone, 100 custom videos talking to an organization or about why they can make a difference for you. But if you just create that and you send that custom video to 100 businesses, 50 businesses, 20 businesses, it's a numbers game. Some people will respond, and also just follow up. It's not just one message or one email. It takes multiple touch points. They gotta know you're really fighting for that meeting too. But once you get there, then you win, and then you win the meeting. But I would really think about what the steps of that process look like for you. But you can definitely make it happen. You just got to do outreach. No one's gonna just magically want to be your corporate partner. You got to position things to what is the value you're bringing them, and they want to know that. But it just comes down to getting meetings, and that just takes ultimately the biggest variable there for you is work ethic and just putting in the outreach. So I hope that was helpful. Again, thank you for tuning into this episode of the Friday Five. I can't believe it's been 30 episodes. Be sure to follow us on all social channels at Community Boost. Subscribe to our blog, subscribe on YouTube, so you always get notified when the show comes out if you like it, and share it with some friends if you find it valuable too. We'll see you next time.